You don't need the prayer books in the front row. You can just pile them on another chair. You won't need the book. No book. Hold on one second. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to those here in our sanctuary and those streaming online to our very special Sisterhood installation Shabbat this evening. We are so excited to be able to honor this incredible group of people who do so much for our temple. And our theme tonight, as you can see, is Helping Hands, which really describes our sisterhood. They are everywhere, always helping us in many different facets of temple life. So we're very happy to be able to spend this Shabbat incorporating their voices into our service and welcoming their incoming board for the year. If you are reading one of our prayers tonight, please make sure that you look ahead to where your name is in the book and come up a little bit beforehand so that we can keep going with your reading and our service will go smoothly. So just watch out for that. Know what prayer your reading comes after and be able to join us up here on the bima. We're happy to have you up here as long as you want, so come up whenever. You are welcome, and we are so excited to be able to honor and celebrate you tonight. So I would like to call up Sisterhood President Ann Stone to welcome us and light our candles. Ann.
Oh, for reading first, before I like to go. We welcome each of you who have come tonight to share our celebration of Shabbat. to share in the light of the candles and the songs and dances of rejoicing, to pray for peace and create harmony in our homes, to rest and renew ourselves for the important work to come, to give thanks for health and freedom, to seek faith and courage, to remember always our heritage. Let us all bask in the Shabbos rays of comfort as we join with family and friends in this celebration.
Now you can light them and then say the prayer.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvah sav b'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed art you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with...
Oh, hear my prayer, I sing to you. Be gracious to the ones I love, and bless them with goodness and mercy and peace. Oh, hear my prayer to you. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen.
The strength of a piece of cloth is in the threads of which the whole is woven. The tapestry of our Jewish heritage has in it threads of many colors, from bright gold to somber black. With its colors echoing the events of the times, this tapestry was begun many thousands of years ago. Its weaving will continue for the many thousands of years to come. The first strand slid through the fingers of Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel. Their thread was strong, their colors were brilliant. The pattern grew, the length increased, and the stories of our heroines and heroes, their deeds and their lives were woven into a cloth of beauty and lasting strength. Our Jewish women, from the beginning of our history, have been the warp and the woof, the sum and the substance that bound our tapestry together. From these beginnings, in the hands of Sarah, through the black strands woven during the Holocaust, to the strong thread of today's Israeli women, this cloth has grown and will continue to grow throughout time.
Shabbat nekavela lechatoti likrakala pene Shabbat nekavela shamor v'zachor v'nipurecha v'hishmiyanu el hamyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo Shabbat nekavela lechatoti likrakala pene Shabbat nekavela likrat שבת לכו ונלכה כי היא מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקרא לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקרא התעוררי התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי 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 שיר דברי כמו אדוני אלייך נגלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת
We rise in body or spirit to greet Shabbat.
בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמונה עם סגולה בואי חלה בואי קלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקרא לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקרא
Here we are again, God, women of sisterhood. Here we are again, God. We have chosen the Jewish way. We are willing but worried about our usefulness, determined but distracted by the rapidity of change in our society, faithful to you and our people, but fearful of its destiny in a world of injustice and violence. Help us to know who we are, where we come from, and what we must do to keep alive and strong in the Jewish way. Inspire us, teach us, guide us, that our daughters and their daughters and their daughters, joined in similar convocation, may ever proclaim, here we are again, God, we have chosen the Jewish way.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim. Together, blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the season, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night. rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening.
God of all generations, can I sit down? Okay. God of all generations, we lift up our hearts to you, who made heaven and earth. We turn from our daily toil, from all difficulties and conflicts, from life's clamors and weariness, to meet in the supreme spirit of service to our synagogue. Grateful for the strength, wisdom, and the courage which have sustained us in the year now ending. Thankful for the success that has crowned our efforts as we labored in your name. May we proceed from task to task, upheld by the vision of your goodness, confident of purpose, resolute in the pursuit of our commitment, and ennobled by the innate worthiness of our goals. Behold, how good it is for your children to dwell together in unity, in unison. We call upon your name and ask your continued blessing upon the work of our hands.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kilod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kilod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated.
V'yahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shilantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha u'v'lechtecha b'derech u'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam le'od al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים על אלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Sisterhood is more than one. It is one community of women joining with another to do together more than one could do alone. But I too am more than one, more than a link between that which was and that which is yet to be, a bridge between the generations. I am now, I walk that bridge, trying to balance the many pulls upon my life. I am a woman, a person, an individual. I am a member of a family, daughter, sister, wife, mother, grandmother. I am a citizen of a community and of a country. I am part of a people and a world. They all have need of me, and I of them.
I need the strength of my faith, the guidance of its teachings, to help me fulfill these responsibilities. I too need nurturing, to feel that I am growing and attaining, that my life has a purpose beyond the here and now, that I can find meaning in life by doing that which has meaning beyond my life. All this I need for myself, but I seek it in the company of others, women who share my faith, understand my obligations, appreciate my needs. I seek and find within the special bonding that is sisterhood.
And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And Miriam was a weaver of unique variety. The tapestry she wove was one which sang our history. With every strand and every thread she crafted her delight. How women touch three spirits, she dances toward the light. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long.
When Miriam stood upon the shores and gazed across the sea, the wonder of this miracle she soon came to believe. Whoever thought the sea would part with an outstretched hand, and we would pass to freedom and march to the promised land. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one who we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And Miriam the prophet took her timbrel in her hand, and all the women followed her just as she had planned. And Miriam raised her voice in song, she sang with praise and might. We've just lived through a miracle, we're going to dance tonight. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim.
V'shamru, v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et haShabbat, et haShabbat la'asot et haShabbat ledorotam berit olam ושמרו ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם מרית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם מרית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, ושמרו ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We're in the middle of page 8. We rise in body or spirit for the Amidah.
Adonai sefatai tiftachu fi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevii Geula Livnei V'neihem, Le'ma'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol atah Rav le'hoshia, Morid hatah, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim v'rofei cholim, U'matir asurim, U'mekayem emunato, Lishenei hafar, Michamocha ba'al gevurot, U'mido melach, Melech memit u'mechayeh, U'matzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'manat ha'lehachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kdoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please be seated.
I forgot my bat mitzvah box.
Oh God, on this special Shabbat, we are grateful to be together. We give thanks to you for the many generations in this temple here tonight to praise your name together. Our sisterhood's accomplishments are due in large part to our faith and hope, hard work, and your commandments taught in the Torah. The mitzvot we have performed for others have made sisterhood even stronger, certainly more unified. The harder we work and the more we give, the stronger sisterhood becomes. We thank you, Adonai, for our leaders, past and present, and for those willing to take part in our activities. Praying here tonight are women of all ages, strengthening our bond with you, God, at this special service in the name of sisterhood. Grant us health and peace so that we may continue to perform Tikkun Olam, which is ultimately a gift to the world.
We continue with a moment of our own personal prayers.
I can change the world with my own two hands, make it a better place. With my own two hands, make it a kinder place. With my own two hands, with my own two hands, I can make peace on earth. With my own two hands, I can clean up the earth. With my own two hands, I can reach out to you. With my own two hands, with my own two hands. With my own two hands. Gonna make it a brighter place. With my own two hands, I'm gonna make it a safer place. With my own two hands, I'm gonna help the human race. With my own two hands, with my own two hands. With my own two hands. I can hold you. With my own two hands, I can comfort you. With my own two hands, but you got to use your own two hands. Use your own two hands. With our own two hands. With our own two hands. With my own two hands.
Amidst our joyous celebration of community and of our sisterhood, we take a moment to think about those in our lives and our world who are in need of healing, whether it be healing of the body, healing of the mind, or healing of the spirit. This Shabbat, our congregation is praying for Carol Babcock, Howard Cherwin, Pauline Cherwin, Ann DePaul, Susan Derby, Helene Edwards, Beverly Fruit, Rabbi Bob Goodman, Marilyn Goodman, Jesse Halpern, Mary Hartman, Samuel Jacobson, Kimberly Janis, Robert Kay, Dan Karpman, Barry Newman, Sandy Olesker, David Osofsky, Laura Osofsky, Bert Peters, Buddy Pollock, Jean Posen, Sean Quinlan, Ron Rappaport, Randall Rout, Sandra Resnikoff, Devora Batrachel, Adele Shamban, Sid Siegel, Ruthie Silver, Nicholas Sobek, Brady Spector, Judy Van Gorder. If you have a name you'd like to share out loud with our community, please do so as I look around the room. Dave.
Charles Sellen, Dot McKinney, John Mitchell, Ida Hayward, Greg Weiss, Dorothy Weiss, Sam Zucker, Susan Popial, Fran Young, Larry Reed, Mary Lou Goya, Ray Halper.
Pincus Fleet.
Craig Ellis.
Carol Hollowell. Ken Matthews, Deborah Gunn, Ron Cook, Molly Freeman, Lori Curley, Stanley, Lisa Manley, Mark Grace. Mayor Harris, Harvey Black. Michelle B. Ritter, Les Singleton, Michael Wojciechowski, and Helen Molesky.
We continue with our prayer for healing, Misha Berach, for those we named aloud, those we hold in our hearts, and those all over our world.
Misha Berach, Avotenu, Nikor HaBracha, Imotenu, may the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishe berach imotenu, nekor habracha, avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
As Sisterhood women, we are special women of faith. We are surrounded by others who share that faith and care as we care. We know each other, not only by name, but also by commitment. We have experienced the strength we can impart to each other when our hearts are joined in spirit. We know the impact we can have upon community and society when our minds are of a single purpose. We have seen the contribution we can make to our synagogue, to the Reform movement, and to Judaism when our hearts are united and when our hands are united. We are adding our voices to those in Reformed Jewish women everywhere and are translating the principles of Judaism into action and concern. So may we continue to act as partners in sustaining and transmitting
our heritage of faith, and may we appreciate more than ever the opportunity which sisterhood affords us to live more deeply as women of faith.
We continue with our installation of our Sisterhood board and officers. I call now these women of faith who have chosen to lead us on our journey to spirituality and blessing. And if those women of faith could please remember to bring up your booklet, that would be great. Please rise as we open the ark. President Ann Stone, President-elect Mindy Grenan, past presidents Lori Simmons and Gail Jarrett, programming Linda Weinstein and Joyce Elkin, temple and community Lisa Wright and Nancy Nykirk, membership Carolyn Cantor and Lori Malamud, Ways and Means Susan Board and Fridell Serpy, treasurer Kathy Winterfield, financial secretary Judy Halperin, parliamentarian Laura Osofsky, recording secretary Jody Seitlin, communications coordinator Rhoda London. Come on over in front of the ark. If you're not up on the bima, you can stay down there and still get your blessing, no worries. We're on page 12. In Perkei Avot, it is written, "Any assembly which exists for the sake of heaven will endure. Any assembly which does not exist for the sake of heaven will not endure." The sake of heaven means to work in harmony and do good deeds. We pray, Adonai, help all on the Sisterhood board to learn patience and understanding. Make these leaders aware that they share a deep and abiding concern for our fellow human beings, and that they share the common goal of serving our sisterhood and our temple to the best of their ability. Teach them to accept differences of opinion with grace and equanimity. Help those who are new among them to appreciate the contributions of those who have given time and devotion for many years. Help those who have sustained and guided our sisterhood to its place of preeminence to accept our newer members and not condemn them or their ideas without a fair trial. Help them to be big enough to admit mistakes and to accept the mistakes of others. Help them also to wholeheartedly support and work for decisions once they are made, so that they can, in good conscience, say, "I tried my hardest to help sisterhood." Let them not lose sight of the fact that they are all volunteers working for sisterhood, the temple, and Judaism, and not for personal glory. In union there is strength, and we must unite if we are to accomplish our goals. Guide this board, our God, in its deliberations and its plans, that they may grow from strength to strength and truly be an assembly which exists in harmony to perform ma'asim tovim, good works. We are unique, but we are not alone.
We are each different, but not separate. We recognize in each other as part of the divine. We see in each other that essence of caring. We bring to each other respect and trust. We ask of each other confidence and support. Like Moses and his brother Aaron, we look to each other to speak for us when our own voice may falter, to uphold our arms when our strength may fail us.
And like your sister Miriam, we are ready to lead each other in hymns of praise as we move together towards the moments when we triumph, when we become a blessing. I accept my responsibilities as president of Congregation of Havat Hesed, WRJ Temple Sisterhood Board. Imbued with the wisdom of the past experiences, I pledge myself anew to the sense of tradition, respect, and commitment which sisterhood represents. In that spirit, I will strive to fulfill my obligations with joy, with pride, and with love.
We accept
our responsibilities as members of the Congregation of Havat Hesed, WRJ Sisterhood Board. We pledge support to our officers and to each other in the service of our organization, our congregation, and our community.
May God bless you and keep you.
יאיר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונך.
May God's presence be with you and be gracious to you.
יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישים לך שלום.
May God's eyes remain fixed upon you and grant you peace.
We all join together in Shechianu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Mazel tov. You can return to your seats. Anne will give us a special message, and we invite you all to be seated.
Good evening, Rabbi Glasser, Canterbury, Sisterhood members, Temple members, and guests. As you can see, our theme is Helping Hands. And it's hard to believe another year has passed and we have installed a new Sisterhood board to lead us for the years of 2022 to 2023. What is Sisterhood? Sisterhood is the organization of women of the congregation who band together in friendship for programs to benefit the temple and the community. We work hand in hand. Why Sisterhood? We are the group where women meet and work together, hand in hand, for the benefit of the congregation and with other groups. Whom does Sisterhood need? Sisterhood needs the support of all women of the congregation. All of us, whether mothers, daughter, sister, aunt, or wife, who are members of a Reformed congregation, are needed as members of Sisterhood. All of us, whether or not we perceive ourselves as having extra time, whether or not we enjoy all of Sisterhood's activities or programs, whether or not we have children in TIR, whether or not we attend services regularly, we are needed as members of our Sisterhood. Why do we need Sisterhood? Sisterhood provides a collective identity for the women of the congregation. It provides an outlet for the creativity, energy, talent, and leadership for the individual Jewish woman. Sisterhood also gives us a worldwide identity through its affiliation with WRJ, a federation of over 600 sisterhoods and 100,000 members throughout the U.S., Canada, and overseas. What does Sisterhood do? Sisterhood can do whatever its members feel would be of value to them. Their families, their congregation, their community working hand in hand. Let me start with what Sisterhood did in the past year of 21-22. May had us busy with a book report on Zoom by Sophie Patel and a food drive with Bethel congregation from the beach. June started with the dues envelopes being sent to temple members of Sisterhood and members not affiliated with the temple. Whether or not you are an active participant, your dues are well spent on temple needs, our library, TIR, Coleman Scholarships, JFCS, PJ Library, and much, much more. Please know your dues are working for you at Temple, in the community, and nationally via WRJ. June also has doing a virtual Mahjong tournament, whether you played online or with your group in somebody's home of your choice. Prizes were given for high scores, and Sisterhood was able to raise money for our many needs. Thanks to Sheila Horowitz, Sherry Lauer, and Eileen Shinazi. July had the new Sisterhood board and chairman at a potluck lunch for orientation. It was a lunch and learn and plan for the coming year. We did a social action project thanks to Celeste Danos and Rochelle Miller. We collected boys and girls underwear, socks, and number 2 pencils for the children at Cedar Hills Elementary School. Rachel Ranieri works at that school and was happy to deliver our collection on the first day of school. August saw our membership event postponed due to COVID. The high holidays were coming, and Sisterhood gave out apples and honey as members dropped off underwear for children of JFCS and picked up their books at the drive-by. Thanks Susan Board and Carolyn Cantor and their committee, Celeste and Rochelle, for this worthy project. Our board members also called Temple members to wish them a Happy New Year. Tashlik this year was chaired by Lori Eisenberg Castro. We even had baby goats in attendance for the entertainment of the children. September and Temple welcomed Afghan refugees to Jacksonville. Judaism has a long tradition of welcoming the stranger in our midst. In the spirit of community, we donated cleaning supplies for their new homes here in Jacksonville. When the supplies arrived, volunteers assembled the kits and we delivered them to Lutheran services. What a mitzvah we did. Many of these Afghan people work side by side with our U.S. service members. They deserve to live and raise their families in a community free from fear, discrimination, and oppression. Lutheran Services welcomed 116 Afghans to our community. Money and gifts were also donated. Thank you, Rhoda London, and her wonderful committee for a job well done. Nancy Nykirk, as the Sisterhood liaison to TIR, made up goodie bags for the TIR teachers and their helpers, Madrakim, to welcome them for the new school year. Thank you, Nancy. Sorry she can't be with us tonight. October had Sisterhood doing the yearly bookmark fall reading program on Zoom. Members sent money to Linda Weinstein to buy books for our children at Cedar Hills Elementary. Now, some of these children had a book that they could call their own. November had members and guests at Temple listening to Bill Delaney talk about his book, Secret Jacksonville, a guide to the weird, wonderful, and obscure. We also gave out Krispy Kreme donuts, which were jelly-filled as a sweet treat in honor of Hanukkah. Thanks to Linda Weinstein and Laura Miller for this great program. David Cohen from Krispy Kreme on San Jose donated the donuts. Hanukkah and Christmas gifts were given by Sisterhood to all staff members, thanking them for their service, and a donation was made to the Yes Fund for the clergy, Temple President, and Rabbi Goodman. Monday, December 13th, 2021, found 100 people, members and Temple staff and honored guests at Epping Forest for a paid-up membership party. Finally, the third time is the charm. This event was over the top. Thanks to Susan Board, Carolyn Cantor, Monique Miller, and their fabulous committee. Gift baskets were raffled off and the proceeds went to Camp Coleman Scholarship Fund. I do hope you all were there. I do. I can't name everyone involved, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you all for the hard work to make this affair so successful. This year's Mitzvah Day happened in December, and Sisterhood once again stepped up to the plate with baked goods and delivering the meals cooked by our members and the Centrum members. Even if we had to move Christmas from December 25th to December 24th, many of our members also donated gifts to JCSF for foster children in their care. January, February, March, April, and May, Sisterhood prepared several B'nai Mitzvah Onigs. Thank you to all our bakers. And those who helped on Friday mornings in the kitchen to set up, I hope I don't leave anybody's name out, Jackie Sims, Jan Sklar, Sheila Slavkin, Laura Osofsky, Ann DePaul, Linda Weinstein, Marcia Grado, Bernard DePaul, Bernie Sims, and so many more of Sisterhood members. We thank you all. Even though Bernie and Bernard are not members of Sisterhood, they are honorary members and they do the fruit for us. January, thanks to Gail Greenberg and our Sisterhood in Bethel, did a Tu B'Shvat Seder. In February, you could find our ladies in the kitchen baking Hamantaschen for TIR Community Purim Carnival. Thank you, Nancy Nykirk and Kathy Winterfield, for this mitzvah. We even got to teach members of Sisterhood how to make Hamantaschen, as they had never baked them before, only bought them already made in the store. By the way, the Purim Carnival was a huge success and the best we ever had here at Temple. Not a crumb of Hamantaschen was left. Sisterhood members joined Ruth Van Alstine and Sandy Archer as they had us explore the poetry and artwork of Rivka Miriam, an Israeli artist, author, and poet. What a pleasant afternoon on Zoom. March found Sisterhood Hadassah in the JCA learning about bone health. Next came our Rabbi Julie R. Spitzer Memorial Women's Seder on Zoom. Rabbi Glasser and Canterbury conducted the Seder, and past presidents read the parts of the service. Seder plates with the traditional foods were made and given out to those who ordered them in advance. All monies raised was for Hubbard House, an organization which provides services for victims of domestic violence, a passion of Rabbi Spitzer's. Thank you for Del Serpi and Marcia Weinstock for cheering this event. April also had a program with Jennifer Wolf on women's creative writing. Thank you, Linda and Laura, for this program. May 1st, Jody Setlin planned, along with her committee, a wonderful program at Temple, including a panel discussion concerning anti-Semitism on campus. This is another time the Sisterhood, ADL, UF Hillel, NCSY Jacksonville, Hadassah, Stand With Us Southeast, our Temple, Brotherhood, and JFCS, we all joined hands and made this informative program work. I do hope you were in the audience in attendance. May also had members and guests at the Mahjong tournament at the Temple in person. We had timed and untimed players. Lunch was served, made by our Sisterhood members. This fundraiser helped Sisterhood raise about $2,000 to help meet our obligations to Temple and our community. Thanks again to Sheila, Sherry, and Eileen and all the kitchen helpers who made lunch. May 20th with Rabbi Glasser's installation. This was an undertaking by all Temple members, Sisterhood, and Brotherhood. It was truly a weekend to remember by all. The next few weeks will be busy ones as the Camp Coleman scholarships are awarded. A meet and greet is in the works for new members to Sisterhood, and we invite all to join us at Hamburger Mary's on Beach Boulevard as we have a fundraiser to support the Max Block Food Bank. July Max Block Food Bank will match any donations, dollar for dollar. This event will take place on Monday night, July 24th. What a deal for a $10 entrance fee. We are also proud of Susan Board and Renee Weinstein, who were picked to be Mensch of the Month during this past year. One of the greatest gifts you can bestow upon another is kindness. If someone is in need, lend them a helping hand. Do not wait for a thank you. True kindness lies within the act of giving without expectation of something in return. A person has two hands, one for himself, the other for helping others. Before we finish, I'd like to have our past presidents that are here tonight with us please rise. Thank you for all you have done in the past, and we look forward to the future. Oh my goodness, how nice. Thank you so much. Just stay standing. The Onik tonight is a special treat, and I'd like to thank those that helped with this. Our bakers, Ann DePaul, Joanne Lawson, Judy Halprin, Linda Weinstein, Laura Sofsky, and myself. Those who helped set up the decorations, Nancy Nykirk, sorry she can't be with us, and Mindy Grenand. The kitchen help was Mindy Grenand, Judy Halprin, Jackie Sims, Laura Sofsky, Linda Weinstein. I'd like to thank our bakers who have baked for the Onyx over the year. I had at least 17 names. I'm not going to try to name them all. If you baked, would you please stand up and Also, Dan Weinstock, I know he's here, and our fruit preparers, Bernard DePaul and Bernie Sims. Sisterhood could not do these wonderful Friday night onyx without you. And also Steve Goldstein for taking the pictures tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
What we're going to do now, actually, is I'm going to pick up my guitar in a moment, and we're going to sing together the beautiful Lichi Lach by Debbie Friedman. And as we're singing, we are going to invite every member of Sisterhood who is in this sanctuary this evening to come take your place on the stairs. And Steve's going to try, as soon as the song is done, he's going to grab a picture of all of us here on the bima.
To her land that I will show you. Lech lecha, to her place you do not know. Lechi lach, on your journey I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lechi lach. Lechi lach. And I shall make your name great. Lech lecha. And all shall praise your name. And you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing.
No, move.
It's too late now.
It's too late. Well, she can still come up with us.
And Lonnie didn't come.
Okay.
Thank you again to all of our Sisterhood board members, volunteers, past presidents, anyone in leadership.
Because they
We are going to be continuing with our service in a moment.
Wait, stay there, stay there. Yep.
There's no party up here. You have to go back to your seats.
But remain standing because we're all going to rise for Aleinu. So don't get too comfortable yet.
The top of page 15.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'teit gedula le'otzeh bereshit, shelo asanu kigoyei haratzot, v'lo asamanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malachei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. Members of our congregational family are in the period of Shiva for Jan Tobias Smith, in the period of Shloshim for Arthur Eisenberg, Evelyn Kanat, Risa Korn, and Minette Nadler. In the Shabbat, we observe the yahrzeit of Sigmund Bachner, Samuel David Bain, Joshua Bay, Luke Z. Conroe, Elizabeth Cooper, Rosalie Isaac Finley, Harriet K. Pilton Gerson, Celia Glazer, Suzanne B. Goldfarb, Martin Greenberg, Joseph Hartman, Robert H. Jacobs, Samuel Jarislaw, Jerome Allen K., David K., June Lee, John Meyer, Gertrude Ringgold, Edward Rosenberg, Marilyn Lightman Rubin, Ronald Schack, Joseph Schlesinger, Shirley Stone, Ida Insigne K. Storch, Sylvia Sultan, Richard Temko, Sheila Temko, Julian F. Wachtel, Harold Zeff, Sandra Zentz, Ida Rosen Zimmerman. And if you have a name of someone of you who are thinking of this evening and you would like to share, please go ahead now. Thanks, Jordan. For all of those whom we named aloud, and those we hold in our hearts today and always, we rise together as a community for the Mourner's Kaddish, page 15. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alamul almei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yithalev v'yithalal Shmei d'kudsha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei Shlama Rabbah min Shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimrama. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who makes peace on high bring peace to all of us and to all Israel, and let us say,
Please be seated as we invite up Lonnie Derby, a member of our Board of Trustees, to share announcements with us.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Lonnie Derby, and on behalf of our Board of Trustees, we welcome you to Congregation Ahavat Chesed. I'm also a proud two-generation Sisterhood member. Mazel tov to Sisterhood on your board installation, and thank you for sponsoring the Oneg tonight. This Sunday at 10 a.m., please join our Tikkun Olam Committee at the Jacksonville Pride March. We will be meeting on the Mosh side of the Acosta Bridge. For more information, reference the Pride flyer in your worship pamphlet. Starting on Monday, June 13th until Friday, August 5th, Temple summer office hours will be from 9 to 4 p.m., Monday through Friday. Other temple events this week are It's All About the Stitch on Monday at 1 p.m. and Wisdom led by Gail Greenfield on Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. Our oneg tonight will be in the back of the social hall, which you can find by turning left out of the sanctuary. If you would like to speak with our clergy after services, we ask that you please meet them at the oneg. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Lonnie. And now we invite up Celeste Danos, a past president of Sisterhood, to lead us in Kiddush and Motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinhilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishi, ki hu yom tehillah lemikra'e kodesh, zeher l'siyat Mitzrayim, kivanu v'harta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshcha ve'ahava uvratzon hinhaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. L'chaim. And we join together in Motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen. Thank you, Celeste. Our closing song is Tfilat Haderech, a blessing for all that lies ahead, for our sisterhood and for our community. You can find the words at the bottom of page 16.
May we be blessed as we go on our way. May we be guided in peace. May we be blessed with health and joy. May this be our blessing. May we be sheltered by the wings of peace. May we be kept in safety and in love. May grace and compassion find their way to every soul. May this be our blessing. Amen. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Happens.